Hi there, once again Recapped Master with new story. Tight your seatbelt story is about to start. The movie starts showing a man. When that man comes on the scene all of a sudden, then the whole world is left shocked, seeing that man. Because that man was not only a human being but also a half-fish. Everyone was talking about that man everywhere. Some people were calling him their god and some took it as a Satan. Someone was also calling him a hero while others were calling him a celebrity. But no one witnessed that man again from the last 5 years. After this, a man named Sang-won is shown, who was telling about it. Sang-won is actually a news channel reporter. He was still curious to know as where that mutant disappeared, because 5 years had passed, so everyone had forgotten that mutant. Then Sang-won's seniors also try to make him understand that he may not waste his time after running this. When Sang-won comes outside after conversing with his seniors, then he meets a girl there named Ju-jin. That girl says while giving an envelope to Sang-won, "Never lose your hope." Now Sang-won also tells us here that he had met Ju-jin before 5 years. Now the 5 years backstory is shown here, where Sang-won visits a place for the job of a reporter, where senior reporter assigns a task to Sang-won to interview a girl. Afterwards, he will decide that Sang-won has to be hired for the job or not. When Sang-won searches for that girl on the internet, then he knows that girl is claiming that his close friend is half fish by body. It means that he is half human and half fish. And there had been going on a controversy of the people on the internet regarding this, because everyone was thinking, that girl is telling a lie to get the popularity. So it was the cause that senior reporters had sent Sang-won to interview that girl. Afterwards, it is seen that Sang-won reaches out of the house of that girl, where many bad statements had been stated about that girl. Then that girl comes outside as Sang-won calls her. That girl was not anyone else but Ju-jin, with whom Sang-won had already met, who had given Sang-won an envelope and had also claimed that her friend is half fish. Then that girl brings Sang-won inside. Then she reveals the whole story to Sang-won. It is known here that a man who had been seen at the start of the movie, the man like the mutant, his name is Park. Actually, that man had taken medication and greed given by the hospital. Due to this cause, he turned into a mutant. And the people of the hospitals begin to conduct the strange experiments on him. One day, that mutant Park is able to escape from that hospital, and he directly comes to the house of Ju-jin. Because Ju-jin was the friend of Park, otherwise, he had no place to go. Ju-jin also sends back Park to the hospital back in greed of money, because Park was only his friend. She never liked him, but Park had intense affections for Ju-jin. Now Sang-won was much worried here. How can a man transform into a fish? Then Ju-jin accompanies Sang-won into the same hospital in order to prove her claim, where Park was being put under the experimentation. They both move inside the hospital, avoiding the guard. Sang-won was very scared due to it, but Ju-jin takes him into a research room anyway. But a card was required for them to open it, and they had not that card. Now Ju-jin shows her wisdom, and she activates the fire alarm. So the result shows that the number of the doctors in that room. Those doctors run outside from that room. As a result, that door is opened, and they both get a chance to go inside. Going inside, they find Park. Ju-jin uploads his video on the internet after making it, and she gives this video a thumbs up. So all the nation bluntly criticizes that hospital. How did they transform a normal man into mutant for their pursuits? But Sang-won gets more benefit for this news, because his seniors hire him for the full-time reporter. Sang-won is also explained along with it that he has to avoid revealing himself to anyone, that he is a reporter, because he had to get more information about Park. In the next scene, Sang-won is seen at Park's house, where Sang-won was making a documentary on him. At the same time, Park's father approaches there, and he hardly slaps Park, because he had indulged himself in pharmaceutical study. Leaving his university study, Sang-won comforts Park's father here, and he again begins to make his documentary. After this, a senior doctor is shown, and he was the same, who was responsible for the transformation of Park into Fishman. Senior doctor begins to explain his experiment while confessing his mistake. Actually, researchers made a protein while extracting the nucleus of tuna and salmon. Using this protein, researchers wanted to remove the starvation throughout the world. This experiment proved successful at the very beginning. Then researchers conducted it on a wide-ranging, and Park also becomes the part of this experiment during it. Afterwards, it is seen that Sang-won offers Ju-jin to work with him. He will hand over Ju-jin $500 from his salary in return. Ju-jin agrees with it. Afterwards, they begin to pursue the senior doctor to get more details about Park. but that doctor has succeeded to escape thereafter, distracting them. After it is seen that sympathy has developed for Park among the people, and Park gradually got fame. Then court decision is announced after some days. Actually, Park had won his case. It means that hospital had been closed for 9 months, and that senior doctor is also sentenced 4 years imprisonment. But the issue was this case may be applied again. So Park's lawyers explains to him, always smile if you ever encounter the social media, because this case may be won only by the social media. Then it is seen that Park's condition was going to worsen with the passage of time. He used to feel thirst too much, and he had also turned into a fish with it. The misery was this: the doctors had also refused to treat him, that they cannot help Park in this matter. So Park had very disappointed for this. Witnessing it, Ju Jin brings Park at a holy place, where Park is not treated but he is beaten severely. Then a discussion of Park and his father is started on the way while returning from that place, where Park's father was thinking that Ju Jin is only using Park to get popularity. Meantime, Ju Jin was also feeling that Park's father isn't interested in him, but he is only with Park to get the money. At first sight, their discussion is prolonged. That Park's father leaves after leaving Park alone on the way. Then a climax arises in this again after some time. Park is accused of having membership with a nurse. Actually, the company which was offering the funds to the senior doctor to conduct the experiments. It was the conspiracy of that company, because that company was trying to prove Park a criminal, so their experiment may not ban and remain continue. Now the people's thought had changed about Park after this news. At the beginning, people were thinking him as a hero, but now they were taking him as a villain. Afterwards, some people begin to say ill to Park, because he was blamed that he has made a group, having the help of nurse. One day, Park leaves to somewhere after leaving a note. Sang-won assists Park's father here to search for Park, but Sang-won's senior reporters were calling him back, because they have no benefit from Park now. When Sang-won is going somewhere on a day, then his office employees grab that Park's footage after irritating him. Then Sang-won returns to his home back, seeing it, and he observes that Park is at H home in injured condition, because some Pole had beaten him after observing. Now he has no other place to go except it, so he had come to Sang-won's house. After this, they both talk with each another together. It is known here that Sang-won had a dream to become a successful reporter, so he may help for them and raise his voice who are oppressed. But his dream remains unfulfilled. Next day, Sang-won goes to meet Park's lawyer, where he witnesses that senior doctor with that lawyer. Seeing it, Sang-won returns his home back, where he sees that Park has committed suicide. So Sang-won takes Park into the hospital immediately. Then Park's father also comes there soon. Then Park's lawyer also comes and starts fighting with. Then he begins to fight with Sang-won, and he blames him, saying, "You are not documentary maker but a reporter." I know, Sang-won also tells that lawyer's reality, that you all have the companionship with that senior doctor. Park's father keeps both of them keep quiet, and he asks that lawyer, how much money will be taken to end this case by that senior doctors. It means that Park's father was ready to be defeated, offering money. Later, Park is shown, and he had restored his condition after the attempt of committing suicide. And he comes to meet Ju Jin. Actually, she was preparing for her exams, and she tells Park about the truth, that I never liked you. It was me who sent you to the hospital after taking money. Park says on it, I know everything. Saying it, he hands over some money to Ju Jin, and he leaves that place. On the next day, Park is again sent to the hospital, where he was being used as a subject in that hospital, where some of the doctors were trying to tease him, but that senior doctor asks them to stop it. Coming there, that senior doctor also comes to know that to end the starvation from the whole world, the protein created by them is going to sell on a heavy amount. Then that senior doctor realizes here that they supported the wrong people. What could they do now instead pardoning from Park's boss? In the next scene, it is seen that Park has died now, and Park's real face is seen here for the first time. It has also been attempted to explain here. How does a person is turned from hero to villain in this world, and a villain is turned into hero? It is also known here that senior doctor was not a bad man, but he was good by heart. Now he is sentenced to 7 years imprisonment. On the other side, Park's lawyer. He was double-faced man. Now he becomes politician. Now Park's father had also retired, and Ju Jin had also become a servant. Then the story moves to the current time, where Sang-won goes to meet the senior doctors, holding the envelope given by Ju Jin. In fact, there was a photo in that envelope, and that photo had been taken when Park's father had gone to throw his eggs into sea. Actually, the hand of Park had been witnessed. Seeing it, that senior doctor tells, Park is still alive. He tells when I had gone to him for an apology. I had promised him that I will turn him into the human beings. But Park was not willing to be a human again, because he had a point of view that human beings are addictive. They are entrapped by anyone. Either this matter is based on truth or lie. And Park had to face many things because of this human habit. So Park returned to the same sea. That senior doctor also tells Sang-won here, Park had promised me that I may reveal the whole truth, because a truthful and sincere reporter should have awareness about everything. Hearing this, Sang-won becomes sentimental, and he returns back to his office, where Joo-jin was already waiting for him. Joo-jin again hands him over an envelope which contained a footage. Sang-won watches that footage, going to his office. That video was about a sea, and Park is also noticed there. After this, Sang-won begins to move a new direction, holding his camera, where he will support the weak people as a reporter. In the end of the movie, Park is seen in the sea, who is swimming, and the movie also completes on this scene. Thanks for watching the video. Smash the like and subscribe button.